Hey YouTube, how are you all today? I hope that all is well. So today I'm going to share with you guys the products that I picked up from the Semi Precious collection, which will launch online. I think it's already launched online and will be in stores tomorrow at freestanding stores as well as counters. So the Semi Precious collection is all about precious stones, and with this collection introduces new mineralized eyeshadows, blushes, as well as new mineralized skin finish products. It also has a host of other products, lip products, cream sheen glasses, mascara, and just a whole bunch of stuff. It's a pretty huge collection, but I just wanted to share with you guys the products that I picked up because I did not do damage like I thought I was going to do, because I'm not totally impressed or sold on MAC's mineralized skin finish eyeshadows. Their blushes, I have a few, I hardly use them. And as far as mineralized skin finishes, the ones with this collection were just too light. I wanted something that was going to be either more pigmented in color or a little bit darker. So I didn't pick up any of those. As far as the lipsticks and the lip glosses, they all look dupeable, and all the other stuff, yeah. I already have the mineral lotion, face and body lotion, because it came out I think last year, and the mascara, don't need another one. I do want to look into the recharge water just because I want an alternative for MAC's Fix Plus. So anyway, let's jump right into what I picked up. So I picked up 3 of the mineralized eyeshadows. The first one that I got was Jade's Fortune. And Jade's Fortune is a beautiful green, yellow, and blue mix that when applied to the skin actually is like a soft gray color with blue, purple, and a hint of green undertones and sparkles. When this color to me is more like artwork in the pan than what it's going to be able to do for my eyes. So I think I purchased this one just because of how it looked in the pan. It's a gorgeous color in the pan, and don't get me wrong, it's a pretty color when swatched. I just don't know how I'm going to use this one yet. And here is a swatch of it dry and a swatch of it wet. It looks more intense to me when it's wet. I like it better when it's wet compared to with it dry. All right, the next one that I purchased was Golden Gaze. And Golden Gaze, truth be told, is very dupeable. I picked this one up because I wanted something that was gonna look, I wanted a different mineralized skin finish other than Guilt by Association, which came out a couple of years ago. Guilt by Association has far too much sparkle and chunkiness to it, and I wanted something that was a little more smooth and a little more metallic, and this to me does just that. It's like an antique gold with black undertones or black vining, and it applies very smoothly, and I like that this one looks pretty much the same when wet or dry. And here is Golden Gaze Dry and Golden Gaze Wet. And the last one that I picked up, which was probably my most sought after one, like I really out of all of the mineralized eyeshadows that I purchased, this is the one that I really wanted, is Smoked Ruby. And that's what Smoked Ruby looks like. Smoked Ruby is a red, a blackened red, think like a dried blood red that has some type of coppery brown to it as well. Like when you swatch it, you see this dark brown, but you also see the beautiful cranberry blood red. This is another one that when swatched wet or dry, it looked beautiful, and it pretty much looked the same. I think that this color is going to look absolutely amazing on top of like flammable paint, artifact paint pot, a black base, a copper base. I think it's going to look really pretty on top of rich colored bases. So again, that's Smoked Ruby, and here's what Smoked Ruby looks like dry as well as wet. Now the next 4 items are brushes. I did not purchase anything else from the collection. Like I said, I did minimum damage. All right, so first up is the MAC 179 brush. And the 179 brush is a split fiber brush. This part of the angle brush is synthetic and the back part is natural fibers. And this brush is a basic kabuki brush. I think that it's a collector's must-have, but if you're not a collector of brushes, it probably isn't a must-have for you. This one will be good for buffing on product, whether it's wet or whether it's a cream or powder, because of the fact that it's split fiber. So I think that you'll get a nice airbrush finish if you use this brush. I did notice that when I washed this brush, the synthetic portion took a long time to dry. So that's just an FYI. But other than that, I think this brush is very, very pretty. I think I'll make use of it because you guys know I love the MAC 182 brush. So to me, this is like the 182 brush, and this is like Sigma's or e.l.f.'s kabuki face brush. So it's like they took two of my favorite brushes and combined them. So yeah, that's the 179. The next brush that I purchased was the 128 brush. And the 128 brush is, again, all of these brushes are split fiber. This is a blush brush. And I think this will be perfect for persons who like to use cream blushes as well as powder blushes. I know that if I wear a cream blush, I set it with the powder just to make it stay a little bit longer. So you have the best of both worlds. You have your synthetic side and your natural hair side. I also think that this will make a good foundation brush. You know, you want to apply your foundation with your synthetic side and kind of buff it into the skin with the natural hair side. To me, this brush is a marriage of MAC's 190 brush and MAC's 116 blush brush. To me, it's just the perfect marriage. Like if these two brushes had a baby, this would be the baby. If that makes sense. All right, so the next brush that came out with this collection is the 235 brush. And the 235 brush is an all over eyeshadow brush. Another brush that I think would work perfect if you apply paint, if you use paint pots or any type of creamy base onto your skin. I can see you using the synthetic side to apply paint pots or your creams or your primers, and then using the fluffy side to pack on the color onto your lid. This brush probably won't get a lot of use from me, only because I usually apply my paint pots and my creams with my fingers, but I'm definitely going to give it a go because I do like all over eyeshadow brushes that I can do like one wash of color with. And this brush to me is a marriage of MAC's 239 and 227 brush. The 239 because of the stiffness, as well as the 227 because of the width and the size of the brush. So it's like it just sits right in between those two perfectly, in my opinion. And the last brush that I picked up was the MAC 234 brush. And the 234 brush, again, is the only brush out of the four brushes that confuses me, because when I go to blend my product, I blend with the whole tip of the brush. I don't use it like on one side and blend. I blend with the whole tip of the brush, and I'm still kind of confused, like, how am I going to use this brush without using both sides, if that makes sense? I do like this brush because I do like the shape of the brush and I like the concept behind the brush. It just still kind of confuses me a little bit. This particular brush to me is the marriage of MAC's 194 concealer brush as well as MAC's 217 blending brush. The 194 and this brush pretty much are similar, just the 234 is a bit bigger and wider. And I say that this one reminds me of the 217 because of the shape. But in all actuality, I really think that this shape, because of how it's splayed out, looks more like a 224 to me. And the 224 blending brush is one of my favorite brushes. So these are the four brushes that came out with this collection. Yep, and that's all I picked up from this collection. This collection will, like I said, will be available tomorrow at all freestanding stores as well as counters. I am gonna go and look at the blushes and mineralized skin finishes because I wasn't sold of how they looked online, so we'll just see how they look in the store. I may purchase one or two, sadly, but I may. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So Have you purchased from the semi-precious collection? If so, what did you haul? I love to see what you guys picked up. So until next time, guys, have a wonderful day, and I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.